What is up, guys? It's the Cricket Weekly podcast with Adam and Nabil. How are we, Nabil?
What's good, Adam? How you guys doing? How's everybody? How's all our viewers? Another week here at Cricket Weekly. We got a bunch to discuss tonight. How you doing, Adam? How was your weekend, man? Play any cricket?
We're doing good. Hey, I played cricket this weekend. Had my first T20 this weekend. That was an experience. It was an absolute experience. I rocked up to the game an hour before the game. Not a soul there. Not a soul. No one was there. I unlocked the gate myself. No one was there. I'm like, what is going on? 45 minutes till the toss. Still nobody there. Then the cars start rolling in about 30 minutes before the game. And then everyone gets there like literally 10 minutes before the game. Yeah, I had my first batting experience. Went out to bat, scored a 7 off like, I don't know, maybe 10 balls, maybe. I don't know. It wasn't that great. Oh, maybe I was only 7. I tried to look at it today. It was a very weird experience. First time ever batting first drop. Never batted 3 in my life. Only ever batted open. I think once I batted 6. And then, yeah, just a weird experience with the T20. Like, it was longer than I thought. Like, it wasn't as quick as I thought. I thought it was going to go much quicker. But I was out there for 30 minutes, but I only faced like, let's say 10 balls, and it felt like an eternity. I felt I was out there forever. I was like, oh, I'm not scoring any runs. And the next minute, this guy tries to bowls me a bouncer, goes through my head. They call it a wide. It wasn't a wide. I looked in the replay. It wasn't a wide. And then I got caught on this ball that just, you watch the replay, this ball, oh, mate, it just sucked me right in. Took the edge, gone. But he hit a good fall. He hit a really nice cut shot. Felt good. And then, but we only scored like 112. We didn't score that many runs, so that was terrible. And I think the thing that I realized from the game is that it doesn't. I thought you had to score the runs at the end, but it doesn't matter when you score the runs. If you go out and score a quick 30 right away, that's just as valuable as like staying in a little bit longer. Because like we had so many wickets in hand. My whole thing was like, oh no, don't get out. Don't get out. Make sure there's people at the end to score runs, but we never scored runs anyway. So
yeah, but
I did take a screamer in the deep. I took a catch on the boundary. I was very happy. All I could see was like it came in slow motion. All I could see was the revolutions on this ball. I'm like, oh, I got like 30 feet from me. I was like, oh my goodness, this thing is spinning so much. Please stick. And I basically just took like an NFL like punter's catch. I just kind of like.
That's sweet, man. So you had a pretty good outing for your first T20 then.
I did. Yeah, I had a bowl. I got slapped around a little bit, but I came on. They only needed like 10 runs to win. Yeah. And they still had 6 overs to go, so it didn't matter. We just had a ball, and a couple of balls went past the bat, and we all went up as if it was like Christmas, but no, missed the bat by a mile. But how did you go? I want to know how you went on the weekend because, guys, Nabil played in the final in the Connecticut League, and I don't know how it went. I was there on the Saturday to watch them win the semifinal. I commentated that, and that was an awesome game. The captain got 96 and took a couple of wickets, and it was really close at the end. How'd you go for the final, mate?
Final, we did lose. We lost.
We lost the Sunday. Final.
We lost the final. It was a tough game. Gave away too many runs. This past Sunday, they ended up scoring about 270 on us in 40 overs, which our bowling line, I don't expect from. I mean, our bowling is what we rely on. So
yeah,
we got hit around a little bit that day. 270 was a bit of a tall task, but we fought. We put up close to 200 on the board and still had 8 overs in hand. So we were going after that run. The run.
Okay.
So yeah, we had wickets in hand. I think we had a good chance at chasing it down. But Zikaola played a blinder of a knock on Sunday, 73. He got out, but he was fighting, man. I mean, until he was there, we thought we were still in the game, and he was, putting those guys in the back foot. So shout out to him. Shout out to West Haven Cricket Club on a well-deserved victory. They had 2 Centurions in their lineup, Azhar and Vaibhav. Both those guys did played a tremendous knock. So even though we dropped them like 3 times each, probably.
Oh no, catches with matches.
Oh yeah, we dropped them. Fielding was horrible that day. They did give us chances, but shout out to those 2 guys for those amazing hundreds, and putting up that big total on the board. Was too much to chase. So congrats to them, and we'll be back next year, man. New Milford Cricket Club will be there to fight again. So You know, that was the weekend news, you know, so
that was a weekend. Yeah, it was a fun weekend.
My voice is gone, as you can see, you know, from the entire weekend.
Play cricket. What a day it was. Must have been a beautiful day down there, right? It was beautiful. What a day.
Beautiful day.
October day, like it was like high 70s.
Oh, it was beautiful.
It was
totally
nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It was a great day for cricket, and you know, we won the toss and we put him into bat, so it did kind of hurt, you know, at the end of it, where we won the toss, we put him into bat. Last time we won the championship in 2022, we also won the toss and chased, but it was a different field, and you know, we ended up chasing that down in that time. So for us, we were in that same kind of a mindset going into the game. Yeah, just 270 on the board was always a tall task. Close to 200, you know, I think we were always in the game. 200, 220, but 270 was, it was too much, man, for the batting line. But it was a good final. We had a good time. So, you know, with that was our weekend cricket club updates from here. But let's get into tonight's agenda, Adam. What are we talking about tonight, man? We have some news release coming out of USA Cricket, some updates. So we want to discuss those things. We want to discuss the squad announcement for women's series against Zimbabwe, and USA men's update in the tri-series as well. So, you know, some of those things we will discuss tonight. So let's get into first. You know, let me bring it up on my screen. The USA Cricket's official website, so we can go over some updates and some, you know, media releases that have come out. So first thing, you know, I want to talk about, Adam, is USA Cricket announces level 1 coaching and umpiring workshops. So
yeah, it looks like like the summer just ended, and they have gone ahead and gone like, okay, here's what we're going to do in the off season to get everyone ready for next season. A lot of stuff came out kind of all at once, which is very exciting. Very, very exciting. Because this is like right up my alley right here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly. This is, I think, everybody that's a cricket lover, cricket enthusiast that wants to help USA Cricket grow. I think this is a great initiative, you know, to get involved with, you know, get your level 1 coaching, you know, get into the umpiring workshops, whatever you guys might be interested in, because, you know, we need more people involved, obviously. And, you know, I'm going to read this release from USA Cricket. You know, where it says USA Cricket is pleased to announce 2 upcoming opportunities for cricket enthusiasts to develop their skills and knowledge through the level 1 classroom component coaching and umpiring workshops. These workshops are designed to provide essential training for those interested in advancing their involvement in cricket as coaches or umpires. There's registration links for these classrooms. You know, all the details, what the fees are. It's about $75 for the course fees, which will cover the cost of the material and certification and lunch and refreshments during the course. And yeah, there's details here for umpiring workshop as well. The link is here, and all the details I have, you know, the link in the comments and on the screen. So, Adam, you know, the importance of this type of a program being launched, man, in USA Cricket, and how, you know, important is it for us to utilize this and be involved with this kind of a program?
Oh, absolutely. This is what we've been asking for. You know, having the coaches and the infrastructure built out to be able to teach kids and teach people how to play properly. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, even I've been, you know, semi-coaching down here at Danbury, and having the cricketers like come and just like you watching them, and people been playing cricket all their life here in the States. And I say playing cricket, like they were born in Bangladesh or Pakistan or whatever. They come here, they play cricket. No one's actually taught them anything. Like they don't know anything. Like, is it like they're good at cricket, naturally gifted?
Yeah.
But there are like so many different things with their action or with the way that they're batting, and no one's like actually coached them. And like coming from Australia, it's kind of hard to fathom that not happening, because when you play cricket, like you have a coach, you know, your regular Saturday coach is coaching you. Plus, when you're at training, generally there's other guys around you. And dads that are good at cricket. Like I was lucky, my dad was a coach, so I got to be coached, you know, quite significantly. And then when you go to play grade cricket, you know, even when you're like 17, when you're about 16, you start playing with the men, and then you're at the grade trainings. Well, now you're you know, ruffling feathers with the second graders, the first graders, the really good cricketers. They're in your ear. They're helping you out. You know, they're working on things. So like everyone kind of grows everyone. Whereas here, it's kind of like no one really knows what they're doing. So having things like this where we can get people certified and be able to like help and grow and teach, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, big time, man. And I think this is a great initiatives. I mean, the good work that's being done. We have to highlight, what USA Cricket's doing, and make sure that a lot of the people know about this stuff, because right now I think they're finding it hard to reach newer audiences. So if we can come in and bring this to our audiences and get them involved, and let us know in the comments about your experiences or interest in cricket coaching and umpiring, because if you guys are interested in being a part of the cricket community and coaching and umpiring, you guys should definitely check out this media release by USA Cricket, and all the links you guys will find again on here. If you guys are just joining us, we're just talking about the media release by USA Cricket, level 1 coaching and umpiring workshops, and you'll see the link on the screen. If you guys just even go to usacricket.org, there'll be a link there for you guys to look up this level 1 coaching details. So definitely check those out and get involved with this, because we need all the people being part of this. So more the merrier there, with this. Absolutely. So, and we want to know from you guys, what your viewpoints are on this. So
yeah, we have a question in the comments from Will, longtime follower Will, from the back in the when I was doing all the stuff for the World Cup. He asks, do you gentlemen think that man-catting is proper? What do you think about man-catting? We normally chat about man-catting.
I think it's part of the rules, man. So, I don't know why they make it such a big fuss. I mean, batsmen shouldn't be taking that extra ground where, if the bowler steps over that line, it's a no ball, or, if, so it's just, you got to be gentlemanly, don't back up until the bowler releases the ball. It's not that hard, so you don't need that extra,
I will say something.
But it's part of the rules. So it's out. If it's out, it's out, man.
Yeah. So on the weekend, like I said, I back my first American experience. I back up. I am aggressive backer-upperer because I am not the fastest runner in the world. I had that thing timed down perfectly. Like I lead off very well. I have my bat very far extended behind me. I lead off very aggressively. Like if the ball ever comes back towards me, I'm generally in trouble. So like there was a moment, like 2 or 3 balls in, the bowler stops. And I'm like, you're not going to man-cat me, are you? Like, I'm not leaving this crease until you deliver that ball. And then the fielders are chirping in. And he was like, no. Just kind of like my run-up wasn't on. I was like, okay. Because, like, there's no way you're man-catting me. And I'm like, I'm not going to go out of my crease. And then when I went out to umpire after I got out, there was a man-cat attempt. And he's like, oh. And I'm like, what do you – I forget who was batting, but – it was again like, oh wow, this is real. Like we actually do this here. Like in Australia, it's never heard of. But unless it's like super aggressive. Like I think we're trained to kind of like lead off a lot, because some of the batters I was batting with weren't leading off at all. Yeah. We're trained to back up a lot. So, but yeah, like I said, it is definitely part of the rules. And it works at both ends, like just like the Johnny Bairstow thing. You want to make sure that as a batter, you're inside your crease. Because I bat outside of my crease. I'm a very aggressive outside of my. It's the way that because I take a step back. I'm like a Coley. I take a step back to the left or whatever. Yeah. So I'm always batting outside my crease. So similarly, when I swing and miss, I'm always turning around, making sure that I put myself back in the crease, because the keeper can come take my bells off.
That's right.
Yeah. We've got a lot of questions coming in here. Do you think cricket will be able to target the average American eventually? Well, this is the dream. This is the dream. This is the hope.
That's a big hope. That really is the hope. But it's a tall task right now. It's a tall task, because we need a lot of proper strategic marketing and branding and bunch of things. We need to use our assets. We need funding. So there's a lot of bottlenecks right now that are stopping the growth of cricket here in America, in my opinion. And again, let us know what you guys think, and how we can resolve some of these bottlenecks. Obviously, it has to be a team effort, but we need to be able to have some things that, are going to generate revenue for USA Cricket and, the government of cricket here, so they can actually invest into the growth of the game. Because right now we're not going to get any local fundings unless we get back to that NCAA status that we've been screaming about.
Yeah. And Will, and also here with another one. It says it's Australia's fault for the underhand bowling, and they had to write it out of the rules. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
remember that.
That's classic right there. Australia versus New Zealand. That's absolute classic. One of the Chappell brothers. I can't remember which Chappell brother it was, but one of the Chappell brothers, the other Chappell brother. But yeah, that's classic.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Right. I mean, it's like you still watch that video and it's like, damn, like that happened on a world stage.
Yeah,
international.
That was the rules. That rules were rules, and they changed the rules. Well, think about all the rules that have changed. Like, there's no runners now. You can't have a runner. There used to be a world where we used to have runners, and if you got injured, you could have a runner. And then there was like all the rules around running, because technically you weren't allowed to run. If you hit the ball with a runner, you had to stay in your crease, and the other runner had to run. And there's a famous like South Africa or England, there was like a World Cup where the guy had to come out for the last over, and then he ends up running, and they end up missing the run out. And but yeah, imagine back in those days, because now you just retire. You have to retire out. Then you have concussion rules now. Now, if you get a head knock, you can get a sub. A sub can come in. Like Lavishane came in for Smith when he got hit by Archer in the Ashes, last Ashes. Like,
I think it just says like it has to be a like for like replacement. You can't bring like a bowler in for a batsman, or if you lose like a wicket keeper, you bring in a wicket keeper. If you lose a batsman, you bring in a batsman. If you lose a bowler, you bring in a bowler.
Yeah, but go back to the 80s. They didn't have helmets. They had helmets with no grills.
I was watching the test match last night, right, between England and Pakistan. I watched it for maybe like 30 minutes, an hour before I went to bed. And, David Gower was commentating. He was like, imagine back in the days where, tail enders used to go like a number 11, that had no idea what to do with the bat and would have to go face, a Jeff Thompson or a Dennis Lilly without a helmet and a hat on, and would have no idea what to do with the bat and with the helmet on. I mean, with just a hat on. So it was mind-boggling. I'm like, man, like the protection has come so far, but you think about it back then, being a tail ender, being a number 11 and having to go face up to that kind of a fast bowling on uncovered pitches. Just unreal, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, the other one here is America is saturated with sports already, with soccer pushing through. It's probably soccer's probably the one pushing up the ranks.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, they've built the popularity through the women's game, their performances through the World Cup, and they've had the interest all across the U.S. in women's game and in men's game. So that's the bigger thing, because that's why it was able to be successful. Is that they were able to target both, males and females. So that's where we're lacking in cricket. We're just very lopsided towards the males game, and females, obviously, we need to focus on that game, women's game, and make sure that grows simultaneously with the men's game. So with that, man, let's talk about the change of leadership in women's team and the squad announcement for USA Cricket women's tour to Zimbabwe, I believe. So, we're going to go back to the website.
Team USA playing Zimbabwe. Team USA doesn't qualify for the Women's World Cup, which is currently being played. World Cup is over in like Dubai, something like that. I know they rode out on camels. That was very interesting. I don't know if you saw them ride on the camels. But yeah, just like the USA men's team, they're going to have to go through the work to qualify, and USA was able to qualify for this current World Cup due to them hosting. And the way the men sit in now with this CWC series, they're going to rank high enough to be qualified for the next World Cup. Things like this for the women playing Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe also mustn't be at the World Cup because they're playing right now in a series. Going to need these series to, elevate the squad to be able to go against the rest of the world. And I mean, I think there's still a big skill gap. When you take Australia, India, England, and then everyone else, I think there's still a big skill gap missing because some of these games are absolute blowouts. And you can consider that like Australia has won every World Cup, Women's World Cup that's existed. It's interesting why Australia has the scratch over everyone, considering like we don't have the massive population. Like if you think of India's set up for cricket or even these other countries, I'm sure they have bigger pools of people to choose from. But Australia has so much investment in cricket that like you can have a small pool of women that are available to play. Like the pool of women is probably like less than a couple hundred, like maybe only a few hundred women in the pool of where you go from the men, you're in like talking about thousands, like tens of thousands of guys play cricket across all the regions, and then you sift up through the state level. Whereas for women's cricket, it's like probably in the hundreds, like, not very many. So yeah, so what's the big announcement here? We had the captain change for the USA.
Yeah. So, they announced a 15-member squad for USA national team, which is set to tour Zimbabwe for a 5-match ODI series next month from October 17th to 28th. The squad is, announced by the chair, women's national selection panel chair, Amar Afzaluddin. He said, "It is with both great excitement and a deep sense of responsibility that we name this squad at a pivotal moment as we embrace a new era of leadership under a new head coach and captain. While optimism runs high, we recognize that transitions of this magnitude require careful planning and patience to see changes, fully take effect." So, the squad is Aditi Chudasma has been announced the captain, and Sindhu Harsha, she's in the squad. Kudos to her, first of all, on a great captaincy career. She's been the captain of the women's game, I think, since 2017, has led the team admirably. They've come pretty far to think, the group of pool that they've had to pick from and the, size of the women's game here. So she's put in a lot of effort to grow the game. And now, obviously going to be mentoring the squad. So definitely kudos to her and good luck to the new captain, Aditi, and Anika is the vice captain. We got Chetna Reddy, Disha Dhingra, Ella Claridge, Gargi Bhogle, Gitika Kodali, Isani Vagila, Giovanni Aras, Lika Shetty, Ritu Singh, Sanvi Imadi, Sai Tanmay Iyuni, Sindhu Harsha, the ex-captain now, and Tara Norris. So this is the squad that's announced, and the change in women's leadership. So yeah, some exciting things happening in the game, and obviously we have to, keep our expectations in check. With the new, new look kind of a squad to have Tara Norris, who shot into the women's Premier League history books for her 5 for in the league's inaugural season, is in the squad, and the 22-year-old UK-based Ella Claridge also making, her debut under, an under-19 USA bowler, Lika Shetty. So there's some changes there regarding the women's game. So definitely, excited about these guys, this selections, and good luck to them. In these upcoming series is against Zimbabwe. I think they'll do great. So you got anything else to add there, Adam?
No, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Like, I mean, we were just talking about like the differences. Like they said, the Australian women's cricket team is kind of like the USA women's soccer team. Like the women's soccer team for the US like does a lot of the work for international sport. Like the world leaders in the soccer, and the women's Australian team is like the world leaders in the cricket. And that is due to development from a young age. So like the women's soccer from a young age is fully developed here. You can go and play pee-wee soccer, like little league soccer, from 5 years old. Whereas and then you can grow all the way up through high school as soccer programs. Whereas cricket here, it's not developed in that sense. It's not developed easy enough there's no club cricket or club, there's no club cricket set up. There's no pee-wee. What's little league? That's what I'm looking for. Little league soccer, little league baseball, little league flag football. That's kind of already set up here. And we just noticed, like I mentioned to you just for the podcast, that USA has something new that we've been talking about, having this kind of like Milo cricket, as we talk about it in Australia, this little league cricket. They're calling it, what's it up there? We're calling it something.
The Rookie League.
The Rookie League. That's it, the Rookie League. So, yeah, USA Cricket has come out with something. It doesn't have too much on the website.
Let's see. I think this is it. You guys see it on the screen? Welcome to the Rookie League. Drop this as well in the comments for you guys. You can keep going, Adam.
Yeah, the Rookie League. So, yeah, this is what we just noticed today on the website. They have hashtag the Rookie League. And this is what, if you're from Australia, what we call the Milo cricket. It's plastic stumps, plastic bats, modified balls, and these little games they make just to teach the kids cricket. And it's just, very simple. It's an athletic style, after school program style. It's not super serious, but you're getting a bat, you're getting a ball, you're getting a field, you're playing a game. It's fun. And it's just teaching the basics of cricket. You can see in the video, they're having a bat, we're having a ball. So yeah, we were literally talking about this. You can probably clip us talking about this maybe 2 podcasts ago or 3 ago. I was talking about the Milo cricket and getting the grassroots kind of like this thing going. And lo and behold, it's up now on the website. They have a program. Now, I don't know where this is all being played from or where they're implementing this, but obviously the big detriment that USA has is that you have 50 states, and every 50 states work independently. So like in Australia, we only have 7 states. So, but we're the same size. So we kind of work, everyone inside of one state works together. Whereas here you don't really have bi-state, people don't work together. I know we have the minor league that's going across multiple states. That in itself with its own league. So I don't know exactly how this is going to get into our local area and what happens. Like, would you have to register? Do you have to make your own league? Will USA Cricket give us, these bats and these stuff? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's read what it says here first. It says, what is the USA Cricket Rookie League? So let's learn, together with the viewers, because we figured this out tonight while looking through our research. So, the USA Cricket Rookie League is the national entry-level program aiming to inspire the next generation of cricketers across the United States. The Rookie Skills Program is what we believe will be the start of a journey for tens of thousands of Americans towards becoming lifelong cricket players and fans. Whether you're a highly qualified cricket coach, a school educator, a community volunteer, or a mom or dad wanting to help your child on their way, this is a perfect place to start your cricketing journey. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you in advance for using the Rookie League resources to help grow and develop young cricketers. And we suspect that if not already, you will soon become a cricket fan for life yourself. So, there's PDFs here detailing out, the different types of the resources of libraries, the modified games, the fielding. And if we click here where it says jump in, it just brings us to this warm-ups.
Yeah, that's what I was.
And
I was gonna make a video basically breaking down for them, like, hey, USA Cricket, thanks for the update to the website, but can we like have a little more clarity on like what this is? Because it's gonna show you.
Nobody knows about this, man. Nobody knows about this. What's happening?
So so you're gonna click on. You can click on it.
It's gonna up on the website. There's no news, no announcement.
Right, but you can click it just basically it's just showing you all the games that you can play. Yeah, you can watch the video. I was watching some of them today. Gotta love the music.
The focus of this activity is catching, ball handling, and hand-eye coordination. Throwing the ball in the air and catching it with 2 hands is a great start.
Look at that kid. Look at that kid running around, that third kid.
Figure eights around the knees, around the waist, and using one hand to catch are other things you can have participants attempt. Remember, you can make it easier or harder depending on the skill level of the participants.
That just built me a training course right there.
So my thing is this something that they're teaching, to the volunteers, or is it a program that's being launched?
This is what I'm saying. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It looks like they've put out a bunch of material that can help people grow the game. But I'm like, okay, there should be some sort of package. Like if you're going to grow the game, register, get set up with a kit. They send you a kit bag full of 6 bats, a couple of stumps, couple of balls. It's all logoed. It's got the cricket logo in it, and you register your club, and every club gets 1 kit bag, and then you're able to go to New Milford and do it with your kids, and I can go to Danbury, do it with my kids, Because this is how it works in Australia. In Australia, every club gets a Milo cricket bag, and it's all logo-fied, and you grow a little program, and you register them, and it helps you make money, and then you can get a kickback to the clubs or whatever. And I think it's a start. I just don't think it's like fully flushed out and like how this works. Because you would want them to send you a care package basically for registering. That's what you would want to do. And you want to set up a network where all the clubs are networking together. And you know what I mean? It's a start. It's something. I mean, it looks good. It looks very good.
It is, but it's just that there's no clarity around it, So I'm trying to figure out
clarity.
Like, well, what is this? Is this something that I can do just from like me getting these resources together, or
yes, this is what I think it is. Refine your skills, learn, increase the game, 1 ball, 2 bats. Like, where are we getting that stuff from? We're going to buy it ourselves?
Participants build their own game and create their own rules.
Yeah.
Now, where are they getting their shirts from? Where are they doing this?
Exactly. It appears that these were some programs that obviously USA Cricket did, but I don't know what the plan is to launch this. What the plan is to getting, sponsorship for this. As you said, Milo was Milo Cricket, right? League in Australia. They're calling it a rookie league here. Why is it not like, something branded with it, So like they need to figure out their ways to monetize and generate revenue.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like all those kids have the USA Cricket logo on their shirts and they all look similar. There must be some sort of hub in Dallas. On the comments saying most of this happens down in Dallas is where where the hotspot is. So you would think, that it wouldn't be far-fetched for clubs like to reach out and be like to USA Cricket, be like, hey, we have a kids program. We want to get involved with your rookie thing. Can you send us a package? Or what is your goal with this? Just to set up showing us the drills and we use our own equipment? Or do you want to put this in every school? Do you want to put this in every club? Do you want to put this, because if the USA Cricket's goal is to put it in every school, then you have to attach a club to the school. And all of a sudden now you've got New Milford and Danbury like linking up with different middle schools and having the kids come out after school training. And it's like,
So what they're doing is they're providing some resources to like different ways to play cricket. So like one was that anywhere cricket. The second one is like diamond cricket. And then there's quick cricket, pairs cricket, rapid fire, and rookie 6S, whatever that is. So it's like they're coming up with these different modified versions of cricket to get people more involved in the game and obviously getting them going depending on it. So this diamond cricket, for example, I'm assuming is similar to what a baseball game would be. So like if we check this out, let's see what it is.
Full batters.
These are just ways to get them involved. I think that's what they're giving us. Yeah. Like, here, you can do this yourself. Energy.
Full stumps, full bats, 1 ball.
4 bats, 1 rubber.
1 team of 4 bats at a time, while the remaining teams are wicket keeping, fielding, and bowling. Batter on strike attempts to hit the ball with all other batters on first, second, and third base, running anti-clockwise after the ball is hit to the next set of stumps to score a run.
That's pretty cool. Shot. Oh, how is he? How is that one?
Interesting. I mean, it's they're just trying to give us, I think, ways for people to try cricket, which is, I mean, it's commendable. I like this. It's creative. It's something, at least it shows that they're trying. So,
think about all the effort
you got to market this. People got to know about this stuff.
Yeah, well, think about all the effort it took to make those videos and put the website together. That's taken some planning and some actual thought to put it together. I think is just the missing pieces is like, how do we actually go in and get ahead and use that? So I think we some emails or make some videos. But hey, USA Cricket, like, hey, I love your rookie program. Like, how are we actually getting that into our clubs? Can you guys? How much money you guys
or
have?
It would have been nice. It would have been nice for them to use some of these USA players in these videos, and get them out there playing with the kids, and then having them kind of use it across their social medias. With their following, you have to leverage all your resources at hand, right? So we're not doing that.
For sure.
Use your players, man, that you have. Use all of your assets, resources, all the people that are following you on YouTube and Facebook and all across the board. I mean, there's viewership there. You just need to have a better approach to things and bring things that people want to watch, and it'll automatically it should grow, like continue to grow.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
but
yeah,
so
that
good.
was some crazy learnings there about the rookie leagues.
Well, we spoke about this now about the US Team USA. Then we're going to pivot over to Team USA. They just finished off their tri-series against the UAE and Namibia. I never say that correctly. I'm just going to keep it at that. But we have won 7 of our last 8 games, which is very impressive. This is very good. And we should have had 8 from 8. We should have had 8 from 8, but we had well, we can say it's a very good bowling lost over from the UAE to clean us up. But yes, this is the very last game we just had? Yes, this is the very last game we just had against Namibia. I think Kumar here took a 5 for 16. That's I didn't know that he bowled that much. But he took a 5 for. If you go down to the USA
he's been in some form, man, Milind Kumar. With the bat, with the ball, he's been doing
with the bat and the ball. A good all-rounder right here. So it's been, like I said, we've been speaking about this the last couple of weeks. It hasn't just been one player getting wickets for us. It's been a different bowler every game that's been taking wickets. And we're working with a side that isn't, you would say, our A side. So it's great having this depth and having some of the bowlers chip in for different games and having the all-rounders chip in and get wickets, because everyone's got to take wickets in T20 and everyone's going to score runs. Yeah.
It has to be the impactful innings. If you look through this scorecard of USA batting, Sai scored 22 off 24, 37 off 19 for Gauss, 16 off 12 for Harmeet Singh, 12 off 12 for Nitish Kumar, 18 off 15 for Milind Kumar, and 11 off 11 for Shayan. And it was a small total. So it's still, good team effort with the bat, good team effort with the ball. 5 for Milind Kumar, 2 for Harmeet Singh, 1 wicket for Nitish, and 1 wicket for Jasdeep Singh, the captain. And it's been a clinical performances, man, all throughout. Besides the game before this one, where they lost to UAE, and it was a good last over by UAE. It was still a close game. We fought in that game and still could have pulled it off, but just the law of averages, suggests that we were winning too many games and we were bound to lose one.
Well, I want to see. I wish I could have seen what happened in this last over, because
it happened.
If you go to
we lost one, but
it
came back in the next match and by 4 with Namibia.
Yeah. No, we had some good games. All the games seemed to be good. A lot of them seem to be close games. And a lot of standouts. A lot of people got runs. A lot of people got wickets. It was just good. It was good all around. 61, because we were mentioning about I don't know how you say it,
Jahan. Good to see in that game that USA lost. Jahangir scored a 61 off 32 deliveries. So 8 4s, 2 6s. There's that X factor that I've heard about this guy. Shayan, that USA Cricket has stuck with him.
Yeah, and it was just last week we were saying that he hadn't made a score in a while, and then there you go. He gets a when his very next game. He listens to the podcast. He goes out and performs.
Yeah, exactly, man. Forget about the runs, man. Just look at that strike rate, bro. 190. 32 deliveries. You can bat at 190. That's the X factor that this team needs, and if he can do this on a more consistent basis, he can be a true sleeper going into the T20 World Cup, in 2026 for us.
Yeah,
in my opinion,
that's the thing.
But
I'm
good.
Yeah, that's the thing I noticed from playing my own first T20, that it's the strike rate that matters. It isn't what the score you actually collect. It's just how fast you do it. And you can score at any point of the game. You can score in the first 5, middle 5, last 5, doesn't really matter. As long as you put those runs on the board inside of the 20 overs and utilize the 10 batters. I think that's the thing. So it was a very good eye opener for me to have that experience, because T20 I never played. It only just started in like that 2013, 14, 15. I think it really took off and they started the IPL, not the IPL and the Big Bash kind of started in around that era. That's when I kind of like left cricket. And we were still only playing 40 overs, 30 or 40 over cricket. So it's a whole different game. It really is, and it was a different. Me being out there was in mind. Like, whoa, what am I doing out here? Yeah. I can't leave the ball. I left the ball. It's like, oh, it was a good leave. He gave me I left the ball and he gave it a wide. I'm like, good. it was worth a
nice,
leave.
Man. If you get with, man, you just throw a kitchen sink at it at a T20 game and hope it flies over the short third man fielder, because playing here in USA, there's not many quick bowlers enough to even have a long third man on, So it's mostly you slash hard as you can, and it flies over that short third man fielder for at least a couple, because the boundary's not gonna. You're not gonna get that here, in USA.
Well, I hit 2 shots. I hit 2 nice cut shots, and one pulled up in the grass, and then the next one was a true back foot cut. I actually creamed it, and I still can't believe it went for 4. Like, it was one of those things where the fielder only had to move like 3 or 4 feet. But I just hit it that hard that it just like went straight by him.
You must have timed it well, man.
Oh, it's a beautiful shot. I got to send it to you. It was a really good shot. And the other thing is, like, it's another concept, like batting in America. Well, sorry, watching Americans bat. It's this weird concept where we're taught to hit the ball on the ground. Like, put the ball on the ground. Your technique is designed to hit the ball down always. And everyone here hits the ball up. Everyone's hitting it up. Everyone's hitting it in the air. Everything is slashing up, not slashing down.
Because to hit boundaries, you have to hit power shots. So it's always just trying to hit the ball over the infield, because the outfields are so crappy. It's never going to carry. You never get value for your. Some of my best shots, I've only gotten one run if I'm lucky to get. 2 runs.
And this kind of like flat bat style batting is it's pointless. You can't like hit a straight bat shot through cover. That's like a classy, you can't do a classy cricket shot in T20. It's no point. You're better off stepping back a little bit and slashing, and it's, hitting it harder through the offside. And it's like, wow, I got to learn cricket again.
I know, man. I know. So it's all fun stuff, man. So that was like, some overview on the USA cricket. We've also got the, Pakistan versus England test going on. So we can go over a little update.
Pakistan just posted 556.
Yeah. I mean, Sean Masood finally coming through, man.
Multiple century getters. Yeah. I don't know. Good on England. Go chase 556 down. Go ahead. Go.
Hey, they started off pretty. They started off pretty fast, man.
Yeah. Well, they're going to play
the thing is, like, man, what I don't like, right? Yeah, what I don't like is the pitches, man, like that these guys are playing on, like, yeah, sure, you scored 556, you got 3 centurions, you got, Salman Agha scoring 100, you got South Shakil, who scored 82, 151 for the skipper, Sean Masood. His knock was pretty crazy, man. You got to watch that innings. Blistering knock. And then 102 by Abdullah Shafiq. So the innings were good, but these pitches, there has nothing in it for the bowlers. It's dead, man. Like, it's
is it in England? Where is it?
And no grass on it. It's in Multan.
Is it not in England?
No, the test match is in Pakistan. England is visiting Pakistan, so the test match is being played in Multan. So that's track, bro. Dead track.
But that's just cricket in the subcontinent. You expect that.
It is. I mean, not in India. India, the pitches break. In Bangladesh or Sri Lanka, pitches break because it starts to crumble. In the Pakistan, the soil doesn't break. It just stays like a road. Like, it just stays hard, rock hard all throughout 5 days. That's the difference. So, like, it just stays like a crazy paradise batting pitch for 5 days. It'll spin a little bit on the 4th and 5th day, but slow turn, not like sharp cutting turn, what you would get in India or in Bangladesh, where you can run through a side, within a session. So,
speaking of Bangladesh, the guy from I just saw the Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh. The Sri Lankan guy took a hat trick, and the 3 wickets were absolutely insane. This guy, I can't say his name, but he's got the sidearm action. It's go to Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh in a one-dayer, or it could be T20 one-dayer. They were the highlight that I saw. They were wearing the the non-whites, so it's one of those games. But yeah, this guy's action is very similar to Lasith Malinga, and just rips the stumps apart. Like 2 in a row, just takes the stumps out of the ground, and then his third one's an LB. Umpire's call, gets the hat trick. Yeah.
Nice. Are you talking about the test match against New Zealand?
No, it was a highlight on Willow Cricket from. It was just said like the top highlight of the week was Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka. So I'm not sure how long ago it was. It could have been an older.
Yeah, it should have been a while ago. They haven't played, Bangladesh recently, at least. So.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm looking here. I'm like, man, when did they play Bangladesh? Yeah, because it's not recent.
Yeah. No, it just popped up. It popped up on my feed today, and I was looking at it. I hadn't seen that guy before with that kind of action. So, but yeah, no, it's interesting how you said those pitches.
Yeah, and yeah, the Aussie
different things.
Women, man, beat the.
Yeah, beat New Zealand. Yeah, so the women's cricket's going to be basically Australia. Yeah, it's going to be Australia and India probably into the finals. And Australia has never lost a World Cup. They dominate that. And India, the biggest thing out of the World Cup so far is this whole run-out controversy, which I don't think you've seen, have you? You haven't seen this run-out controversy?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, so most people, if you're cricketing, you may have seen it. That's probably this floating around this week. Basically, what happens is that it's India versus New Zealand. New Zealand batter hits a back foot cut down the ground to mid off, and who's all the way in the boundary. They just easily run the single. It was the last ball of the over. The bowler goes to the umpire, is literally in the process of taking the hat back, and she holds her hand up and says to the bowler, so it says to the fielder running in, hey, just hold on to the ball. Don't throw it in because I'm getting my hat. And the batters take off. The striker then's like, hey, run. So the non-striker runs, and the woman with the ball at mid-off just throws the ball at the striker's end, takes the bails off. And then it pans to the umpire. Poor umpire. She's there tying up her shoes because it's end of over. The commentators have already called end of over. They've already called the score. It's like 96 for 2 or whatever. And then India are like protesting that it should be out. And they're like, no, mate, dead ball. And then technically, I didn't know this, but technically, if the umpire gives you your hat, that technically isn't the end of the over. And I'm like, no. It has to be. Has to be the end of the over.
The umpire usually calls an over and then gives the hat to the bowler.
Right, but there's some rule where it's like technically the ball isn't dead until the ball is dead, and then it's like, well, when is the ball dead? There's like all these secondary rules, and
when the umpire calls it,
yeah. But the umpire, like, I guess, just gave the hat or whatever. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is spirit of cricket, because like something that I noticed again, I've noticed so many things from playing this weekend. Like this weekend, someone took a run while the fielder had the ball in their hand. Yeah. And I'm like, what are you doing running? Like he hit it to mid on. The fielder runs in, we were fielding, grabs the ball, and then the striker is like, yeah, take a run, because he knows that even though the fielder has the ball, he can get to the stump faster than the guy threw the ball. And I was like, no, I'd never seen that before. Like technically, yes. Technically, you can take a guy on in the deep that doesn't have a good arm. But generally, if you've taken an easy single and the fielders come in and pick the ball up, like they're going to hold on to it to give to the bowler. They're not going to throw it all the way back to the keeper just to give to the bowler. Yeah. And they take the single while he's holding it in their hand. I'm like, that's a little bit spirit of cricket adjacent. Like a little bit spirit of cricket, like
I don't know. I would call it lazy, man. Throw the damn ball into the keeper and let it come around. Like we're taught as in coaching, you throw the ball in, man, no matter what. Because if you don't throw it into the keeper, the ball is still actually active. So the batsman can do whatever until it's actually thrown in. So sometimes that does happen. And the awareness may be like, hey, maybe a dead ball and you could be out of the crease. And sometimes fielders can take that bills off. So it's all about awareness and knowing, when to kind of, know that the ball is dead. And the best way to do it is just by confirming it with the umpire. Hey, I'm just kind of leaving my crease. Is that okay? Like you tap it.
Yeah.
You're bad under the crease, and you show the umpire, hey, is that okay? And then you kind of
you
go
shouldn't
off.
have to do that. I don't think you should have to. I don't think you should have to do that. I think it should be like a very general, like, obviously the biggest one is if it goes to the keeper, as soon as the keeper releases the ball to a fielder, it's dead. That's an obvious one. But like at the other end, if you hit it to mid-off, like when is it dead that mid-off has the ball? Because like sometimes like, if you're keeping, like if I'm keeping a 40 over game, like my legs are dead running up to the stumps keeping, and I'll be like, hey, yeah, give me this one. You just keep the ball. Don't throw it back to me. Just keep it, but if they're deep enough, you could technically make a single. So it's like, and I'd never really seen that before until the weekend. And then the same thing with the India New Zealand thing. It's all very interesting. It's all very interesting. And I think, and here's another thing about American cricket. There has been a fight, at least a verbal confrontation in every game that I have been at or played in. just like on Saturday, a controversial catch on the boundary, controversial 6, and all of a sudden the benches clear out. Crazy. And it's like wow. And then the week before, the week that I came, the last time I came, there was the guy that said it was 4 or it wasn't 4. And then the fielders were like, it was 4. And he's like, no, it wasn't 4. And it's like, man, I've never seen people care that much. Because in Australia, like there's no clearing of the boundaries. I've never had a confrontation like that.
Playoff games are emotional, man, in these parts of the world. All playoff. You should have been at our quarterfinals. You should have been at our quarterfinals against Bridgeport, man. We had to replay that game because of their tactics. It was just, it was a shame, and we would have won that game Saturday, but we had to come back Sunday and win. And that entire thing messed up the league schedule, messed up, pushed everything back to the following week. So it was a big mess. That we had to go through in the quarterfinals, but we had to beat the same team essentially 2 days in a row.
But you guys did it.
We did. We
did.
We got to the semis. We won the semis, but unfortunately, the final was too much.
It's the way that it goes.
Sometimes it does, man. And the thing is, we had to play because of that. We had to play the final back to back. So we played a semifinal on a Saturday, and then we had to go back for another 40 over on a Sunday. So there was no break, And again, it was because of that quarterfinal that Saturday was abandoned because of the tactics. We had to play Sunday because of the pushback. The league pushed back the semifinal to next week, and then or else we would have played semifinal on a Sunday, and then last Sunday we would have played the final on a break. So that would have been a big change, So that was some big things there, man, on the weekend. All good, man. Now we're back into the US cricket 2025.
Yeah, all fun for USA Cricket, right? But hey, good pod today, man. This was
amazing
good.
pod. We've tonight we discussed, just to cap it down for all of our viewers. We went over the level 1 coaching and umpiring workshops. So I posted everything in the comments, the links. So I'll bring it up just to show it to you guys. So if you guys are interested in signing up for level 1 coaching and umpiring, you guys can follow through this link. We also talked about the Rookie League. The Rookie League is something that USA Cricket's launching this program, and there still needs to be some clarity there by USA Cricket. But we've dropped the link in the comments, so definitely check that out and see, how you can be a part of that as well. As well as we went over the leadership changes in women's game with Sindhu Harsha. Not the captain anymore. There's Aditi Chudasma, who's the captain, and the squad of 15 we announced for the women's series against Zimbabwe, as well as the tri-series of USA. Then they continue. So it's a good today. If you guys are just joining us, make sure to rewind it. Make sure to check out the Reverse Scoop shop in the description, where we support youth cricket development here in Northeast Connecticut. To support youth cricket development at the grassroots level. So definitely check out the Reverse Scoop shop. Check out our affiliate links in the description if you want to create content like this. And until next week, Adam and Nabil from the Reverse Scoop calling it off. Have a great night.
All right, guys.